I don't want to take custody of my disabled sibling. I live with a mom, dad, and a disabled sibling who I'll call Amy. Amy has intellectual disabilities, meaning that tantrums over little things will happen anytime anywhere, limited understanding of how people around her feel, she does get aggressive sometimes, so basically an extremely needy 5-year-old, if you will. Her presence has impacted me deeply, positively, but mostly negatively. My parents has spent so much time on her that I grew up raising myself. I taught myself how to do chores with little to no guidance. I never get to go out with friends because when I asked permission, the old, well, I'm working and someone has to watch Amy. Or, but Amy's gonna be lonely, would mean no. I don't get quiet time because she's very demanding and needs constant attention, as well as just loud in general. All that aside, when it was time for college, it was my chance to finally spend some time with myself. I've lived in a dorm since I started and now it's almost time to graduate. I've worked hard in my studies, it's time to graduate and I go out to eat with my family and somehow, I heard you're gonna get a place of your own once college is finished. Remember to make some room for Amy. And my mom said it in an excited tone as if she was anticipating this. I played along for the rest of the outing but now it's just sitting with me. I think of all the times that Amy has made me so stressed to the point I cry in the bathroom wishing it was all a bad dream. I tell myself that I still love her, but that statement just feels like a rule rather than a genuine feeling. I try to think of the memories we had together but when coming to thought, those memories feel forced. Being honest, I never had intentions to take Amy in with me. My plan was to graduate, live on my own, get a job, and die. My adulthood was supposed to be an era of self-discovery, making time for myself, learning good and bad decisions, emotional turmoil, but a time to learn who I was independently as a person. But then my parents want me to take Amy and it changed everything. It's going to be more fights and crying. I'm basically going to be raising a 5-year-old I never asked for since I'll be forced to balance work life while thinking of what will she eat, what she needs, as if I'm her own mother. Everything that I missed out on growing up because of parental neglect, or memories I couldn't make, I was going to live it all on my own terms. But then bringing Amy into the picture ruins the whole point. Maybe I'm selfish, call me that if you will, but I'm just saying that I know I will be better off without her. I'm positive that I can do so much more if she wasn't my responsibility. That's it. I guess the main question is, how to tell my parents that I don't want to take her in. Maybe I'm doing this wrong? Say what you want, I'll take any feedback, even if it's harsh. Update. 6 months ago, I went on a rant about how I was ready to live life after college and my parents eagerly drop on me that they want me to take my disabled sibling, with a severe intellectual disability that causes her mental age to be far below her physical age, with me. Of course, I didn't want this, I still don't, and I have yet to bring it up. As of now, I have graduated and is looking for a job out of the state. I live in a middle-of-nowhere area and I used that as my excuse to leave my state, to which my parents are a bit hesitant about because you and Amy will be so far. As far as a job search, there are a handful of openings but not many, so I am applying in hopes that some will accept me. As for housing, I'm trying to find an apartment to rent but prices are rising in these times. Luckily I have a friend from college who's moving to the area where these jobs are, except it's a bit far from where I want to apply, like 25-minute 40-minute distance, but if I must take it, then she would let me in. She said so herself, if anything, that means she can split her rent. But since I'm done with college and unemployed, I am back at my parents' house, meaning my parents has taken this opportunity to spoil the hell out of themselves. They know that I am no longer a teenager babysitting her sibling, I am now a grown adult, so they make me to babysit her overnight while they enjoy long night outs and a week-long vacation. But whenever they aren't home, my sister is like a needy child. Will want food, but when given, will throw a tantrum when she doesn't get to drink a soda with it. Will beg for my attention and get angsty if I dare call or text my friends. And will make a mess and refuse to clean it up. Guess some things never change. But after being back for a few weeks a new question comes to mind. Before or after I tell my parents I don't want to take Amy with me into my own life, how will I leave? If I try and pack before I tell them, I'd feel like the obvious moving boxes in my room and packing would make me look like a liar and ungrateful to start packing without telling them. But if I started to prepare leaving after I tell them, then I'm afraid they'll try and do something like kick me out and leaving all of my things in their house. And let's say they don't kick me out and I go to bed under their roof. I will wake up the next morning and they will drill it in my mind that I'm not taking Amy. Either it would be them being passive-aggressive, or to continue to beg me to change my mind and take Amy. Either way, they would not let it pass.